An unpopular opinion about Squarespace is that it's bad for search engine optimization. This is a really common argument against using Squarespace, usually coming from people who are trying to promote WordPress or different website builders. And it's easy to be swayed by this because SEO is so important. And it's probably true that Squarespace isn't the best platform out there if you want to implement a very complex SEO strategy for your website, because the underlying code structure, as in like the stuff that makes it easy to actually build your website, can't be edited. However, Squarespace does have some really great SEO features baked right in that make your site already optimized to a certain extent, like automatic sitemaps, automatic tags, clean HTML markups, clean URL structure, SSL security, mobile responsiveness, Google Search Console integration, built-in SEO description fields, and a bunch of other techie built-in features that you really don't need to actually worry that much about because Squarespace has it all taken care of. With all that said, there are ways that you can actually optimize your Squarespace site further for search engines, and Squarespace makes most of these things really easy. So today we're going to dive into all of the simple tweaks you can make to your site now or as you build it to improve your SEO. We've got a full blog post on this list if you want to read along and check them off as you go. I'll link that and any other resources below the video, so let's jump right into it.
Let's start with adding your site title. So this is such a simple step that you've honestly probably already implemented when first setting up your site, but it's still very important even if you've already added a custom logo to your website. To add your site title, go to Edit, and then click Edit Site Header at the very top of the page. From here, you'll want to click on either your logo or your current site title, and then click on the little pencil icon that appears to open up your settings. And this is where you can go ahead and customize your site title. Alternatively, if you're using a Squarespace 7.0 website, to edit your site title, hover over your logo or current site title and click Edit. From here, you can go ahead and input a new site title and click Save. You'll then want to go ahead and edit your SEO title, which is similar to your site title, except this is what actually shows up in the Google search results. To edit your SEO title, go to Settings, Marketing, and then SEO Appearance. You can then scroll down to where it says SEO Title Format. You'll be able to see a little preview of what your SEO title will look like in Google here, and you'll also notice that Squarespace automatically includes this %S variable in the SEO title format space, and this just basically pulls whatever you've inputted as your site title into your SEO title. If you want to customize this further, you can either click into the field here and type whatever you want after that variable, and then preview what it'll look like right here, or you can remove that variable completely and just type whatever you want your SEO title name to be right here. Editing your SEO title is important because it, of course, improves your SEO. It also helps boost your brand recognition and just how professional your site looks overall when people search it in Google. Similar to your site title, your site description is another front-facing element that helps improve your SEO rankings. Your site description should be clear and brief and talk all about you and your business and also how you can help solve your potential visitors' problems. Search engines will use this description to index your site, so it's also important here to include some good, relevant keywords, but still keep it natural and also avoid something like keyword stuffing. To add your site description, you'll want to go to Settings, Marketing, and then SEO Appearance. And just a quick little tip here, Squarespace does tend to frequently change where different settings are located. So if you're having trouble finding a particular setting or just want a little shortcut to help you get there, you can always click the slash on your keyboard and type in whatever it is that you're looking for, and it will take you directly there. From here, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says SEO Site Description and enter your brief description here. Just like your site description, you'll also want to add specific SEO optimized descriptions for each individual page on your website. These meta descriptions are essentially just a short summary of what each page is about, so this is a great place to include keywords that are going to help search engines know exactly how to rank your page. To add a description to each page on your site, click the cog icon to the right of the page name, and then head into the SEO tab. Here you have the option to include an SEO title, The default is just whatever you have named your page followed by your site title. But if you want to add something different or unique here, you can. And below that is where you can go ahead and add your SEO description. Remember that each page on your website should have its own unique meta description so that search engines can better differentiate the content on your site. So make sure to go through and add that description for each page. And while you're here in the Pages panel, you'll want to go ahead and check and optimize your URL slugs. So even your URLs can provide Google with important information about your site. And given that each page on your site has a unique one, this is the perfect opportunity to let search engines know what each page is about. To find the URL for each page on your site, again, click on the little cog setting next to the name, and under General, scroll down to where it says URL slug. Squarespace automatically uses the page name as a default URL, and that might totally be enough. But here are just a couple of tips to optimize your URLs to their full SEO potential. Make sure to keep it short, between 4 and 6 words at the very most. Keep it relevant. As always, include keywords and words describing what the page is about. And keep it super simple. Make sure it's easy to read and really easy to understand. We do have a full video tutorial on how to best optimize your URL slugs. So if you want to check that out, it will be linked in the description below this video. Okay, next up is business information. Adding your business information to your site will give search engines important clues about you, your business, and what you do. This is especially important if you're a business with a physical location and opening hours, as Google will be able to index all of that information directly from your site. To update your business information, go to Settings, Selling, and then Business Information right here at the top. From here, you can go ahead and add in as much detail as you can. Now let's talk about securing your site. Google simply prioritizes websites that are safe. If visitors got hacked or scammed every time they visited a site that Google recommended, no one would trust Google. So safety is a big point here. Luckily, Squarespace makes keeping your website secure extra easy with its extensive built-in security features. And that's one of the top reasons why we recommend Squarespace for small businesses. One of these security features is SSL, which makes sure that the connection between your browser and your website is secure. To check your SSL is enabled, go to Settings, Developer Tools, and then SSL. You can see here for this site that it says active, but if it doesn't say active or you just want to check, go ahead and click into the SSL panel and make sure that these first two options are checked off. Once they've been checked, it should say active up here next to certificate status, and then you're all good to go. All right, now let's get into some of the more fun stuff like social media accounts. Connecting your social media to your website can actually be really great for SEO. Not only does it boost your visibility by allowing more people to find and follow you, but search engines actually take note of how your social media accounts relate to your site, which improves your indexing and therefore your ranking. And Squarespace makes this really easy with great integrations with all the popular social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. So first, to connect your social links, go to Settings, make sure that you're clicked into the top website tab, and then scroll down to Social Links. And again, just as a little reminder, you can always click the slash on your keyboard, type in whatever it is you're looking for, and click to be taken directly there. Here where it says add a social link or email, you can go ahead and click and type in your social media account link. For example, Instagram or Facebook. You can also add a link directly to your email address if you'd like. Once you've added those links, you can then go ahead and add a social links block anywhere on your website, and your connected social links will automatically appear in the form of these little icons. Another way that you can directly connect your social media accounts is by going into Settings, Third-Party Tools, and Connected Accounts. Here you can click Connect Account and then follow the prompts to log in and connect the social media account of your choice. Here you can connect things like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and more. If you've chosen to connect your Instagram account, you'll then be able to use the Instagram integrations block anywhere on your site, and Squarespace will automatically pull in your live updated Instagram posts just like this. Now let's talk about optimizing your images. While it's very easy to be tempted to just upload any image to your site without thinking, making sure that your images are fully optimized before you upload them will be sure to help you rise in the ranks. We do have a full video tutorial on how to best optimize your images for SEO, so if you want to check that out, it will be linked in the description below this video. But let's go ahead and just quickly go over some of the most important parts. First, you'll want to ensure that your images are compressed before uploading them. This will make sure that your site loads faster, and fast sites get major brownie points from Google. We recommend running all of your images through a compressor like compressjpg.com or tinypng.com. You should aim for a maximum of about 250 KB per image or 500 KB for larger images like banners or backgrounds. JPEGs also have the ability to compress a little bit more than PNGs, so we largely recommend using those file types instead and only using PNGs when you have a photo that needs a transparent background. It's also going to be important that all of your images are named appropriately, as this will help search engines know exactly what your image is about, therefore increasing your chances of ranking. Now, if you forgot to name your image before uploading it, or you just decide that you want to change it, you can totally do that after you've uploaded by clicking on the image and heading into the image settings, scrolling to the bottom, and under file name, you can just delete and change whatever is here. This is going to be whatever the image's file name was when you uploaded it. Some naming best practices might include keeping it short but descriptive, separating words with hyphens for increased readability, maybe including your business name in there or a brief description of the image content or the page that the image is on, adding in keywords but not too many, and also avoiding generic names like exactly what you see here. Something better for this image might be the business's name followed by hiking group or something along those lines. Once your image is uploaded and you're happy with the file name, you'll also want to customize the image's alt text, which you can do in this same settings window right here. This is where you should add a brief description of the image. Not only will this increase your site's accessibility for any visitors who might be using an assistive screen reader, alt text will also help search engines better identify and classify the content on your website, which, you guessed it, helps your ranking. For the alt text, you should describe the image and be specific with it. Add context about the page or the topic. Don't start with anything like picture of, just get straight into the good stuff. Of course, again, add keywords, but avoid adding too many. And keep it pretty brief and clear. Don't go over about 125 characters. Next up on the list is checking for broken links. Broken links are links on your website that just don't work anymore. This can happen for a lot of different reasons, like if you change the URL of a page, if you delete a page from your site entirely, or if there's a typo in the URL. Broken links are a big no-no for search engines because they can negatively affect your site visitors' experience. Landing on a broken link is pretty frustrating. It might cause a visitor to leave your site as a result, and Google might view your site as lower quality and decrease your ranking. The good news is broken links can easily be fixed within Squarespace. First things first, you'll want to check to see if you actually have any broken links on your site, and you can do that using an extension like Check My Links for Google Chrome. If you happen to find any broken links using this tool, you can go ahead and check them for typos or set up a URL redirect. A URL redirect basically forwards site visitors from an inactive link to a new link, and it lets search engines know that this page has been moved. Search engines will then transfer the original page's rank to the new page, keeping your SEO intact. To set up a URL redirect, go to Settings, Developer Tools, and then URL Mappings. And of course, as a quick reminder, you can always click the slash on your keyboard and type in exactly what it is that you're looking for. From this page, you'll want to click into this box and add your old URL, aka the broken link. You'll follow this by the forwarding command, which is a dash and then the less than symbol. And then you'll add your new URL that you would like to redirect site visitors to. After the new URL, you'll add 301, which is indicating the type of redirect. You can then go ahead and click Save in the top right corner and you're all set. If you do need to set up some URL mappings for yourself and want a little bit more direction, we do have a full tutorial walking you through URL mappings and how to set them up, which will be linked below this video as well as in the blog post. So be sure to check that out if you need a little bit more help with this. Something that goes hand in hand with broken links is your 404 or not found page. When someone lands on a broken link, they'll automatically be sent to your site's default 404 error page. But did you know that you can actually create a custom 404 page that will work for you to retain visitors and also improve your SEO? By adding engaging elements like links to other pages on your site, maybe even a search bar or a contact form, and of course, an eye-catching heading, your custom 404 page will greatly improve your site visitors' experience and keep them engaged for much longer. Given that they'll be less likely to leave your site immediately, this will greatly reduce bounce rates and show Google and other search engines that visitors are staying on your site for longer, which will improve your ranking. To create a custom 404 page, head into your Pages panel and create a new blank page in the Not Linked section. And just a quick reminder, if you're using a 7.0 website, to navigate to your Pages panel, just go to Website and then Pages. You can then go to your Not Linked section and add a blank page just the same. You can then title this something like Custom 404 and customize the page to your liking. Once you're happy with how your custom 404 page is, you'll scroll to the very bottom of your Pages panel and click into where it says System Pages. From here, click into 404 page. You can then click on the drop-down menu and choose your custom 404 page that you just created. You can then click Save and your custom 404 page will be officially set. We also have a full blog post all about how and why you should create a custom 404 page, so if you want to check that out, it will be linked in the description below. Now let's talk about connecting with Google Search Console. Google Search Console is a powerful and free SEO tool that lets you track and monitor how your website is performing in search results. It also allows Google to crawl your website more frequently and accurately, helping it index any changes you make to your website sooner, and is a great way to see if your SEO efforts are making a difference. To connect Google Search Console, you'll go to the Analytics tab in your main menu, and then from here, click into Search Keywords. You can then click on Connect and follow the prompts to connect your account. You will also need to have a Google account to set this up, so just keep that in mind. Once you've connected your account, it can take up to 72 hours for your search data to start populating into Squarespace. Once it does, you can come back into this Search Keywords tab to see what people are searching for to find your site and other useful data like how many people are clicking through to your site and how your site ranks on Google. If you haven't set your site live yet, it is important to note that you won't be able to see any accurate data until you do. After you publish, it may also take a bit of time for your site to start ranking and for you to see results. So while Google Search Console isn't necessarily mandatory, and it may not be something that you use right away, the earlier you connect it, the better data you'll have in the future, so it is worth doing right off the jump. Okay, the next little tip that we're going to go over only applies to Squarespace 7.0 sites that are using index pages. So if you're using Squarespace 7.1, this tip isn't for you. And similarly, if you're using Squarespace 7.0 but aren't using index pages in your design, then you also don't really have to worry about this tip. Index pages is a special feature of Squarespace 7.0 that essentially allows you to stack multiple individual pages on top of one another to create one long super page. But because each individual page stacked inside the index page is also a regular page, Google can index it as a standalone page. And this isn't ideal because this will mean that someone might accidentally stumble on one of these individual index sections in a Google search. And landing on just one of these sections without the context of the rest might be kind of confusing and not particularly informational. So this is something that's both bad for your site visitors' experience and also your Google ranking. Squarespace does recommend that if you're using an index page, you should hide the individual page sections from SEO to make sure that only the long, big index page is indexed by Google. To do this, head into your Pages panel by going to Website and then Pages, and find your index page, which will be signified by these two little lines. You'll then want to click on the cog icon next to each of the page sections within the index page, not the entire index page. So you'll go to each section, click on the cog icon, and then go into the SEO tab. Scroll to the bottom of this tab and toggle on the Hide Page from Search Results option. This is going to hide the page section from Google. You'll then go through and do that with each of the sections within the index page to make sure that they're all hidden. And finally, when in doubt, always make sure to work on creating the best website content possible. Your content is by far the biggest driver and factor for improving your SEO. When you add content to your site, anything from adding more text to a page to adding an image description or writing a blog post means that you're adding keywords, and keywords are crucial in letting Google know what you're all about and helping you rank higher in relevant search results. By creating fresh and useful content with something like weekly blog posts, you're also showing Google that your site is active and, more importantly, valuable, positioning yourself as an expert, building community, and driving engagement. All of this will in turn give you greater exposure and higher rankings, as Google will be able to see that people are actually interested in the content of your site. Now, if you feel like you need a little extra help to make this whole SEO thing even easier for your website, the SEOSpace plugin for Squarespace is an amazing tool. Not only does it conduct SEO audits for any page on your site, giving a detailed breakdown of everything that you can do to improve your SEO rankings, it's super user-friendly, comes with jargon-free SEO training, and will save you a ton of time figuring out how to do it all yourself. It's truly a one-stop shop to give your SEO a boost and makes improving your Squarespace site's SEO just that much more accessible. Every scan that you run on your site will generate an SEO score indicating how well you're ranking currently, as well as an interactive SEO checklist giving you suggestions on specific items to improve, from meta descriptions to heading structure, how well your images and URLs are optimized, and whether you have any broken links. And from there, you can make some updates, run the scan again, and see your SEO score rankings improve. SEOSpace does offer a free plan, which includes basic audits of any live page on your Squarespace site, and most importantly, access to all of the SEO trainings. Honestly, it's worth signing up just for that, if nothing else. From there, you can upgrade to the paid plans ranging from $14.99 a month for DIYers, all the way up to $99.99 a month for agencies to access more advanced features like increased scanning abilities, automatic SEO monitoring, and keyword-specific audits. So how do you get started with SEOSpace? To get started, go ahead and install the plugin into your Google Chrome browser. You can then go ahead and follow the prompts to create your free SEOSpace account. You'll then automatically be taken into your dashboard where you'll find SEO tutorials. You can access the community discussion board and see any previous scans that you've made. To conduct a new SEO scan, head to the page that you'd like to scan on your website, and your plugin should automatically be activated, which you'll see at the bottom right-hand side of your screen with this little blue icon and green check mark. If you don't see that, just head into your Chrome plugins and click on the SEOSpace plugin, and that should activate it. You can then click on the SEOSpace icon, wait for it to load, and then click Run Scan. And that's it. In just a minute or two, SEOSpace will generate your very own SEO checklist. You can click the drop down next to each element to reveal some more information and follow the recommendations that they have for you. And that's it. You have successfully optimized your website's SEO, and it should now be well on its way to its best rank yet. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to subscribe. We post new videos every week, and we can't wait to see you in the next one.